Y'all better stop chasing these men and give them back the same energy that they giving to you, okay? All right, so I got a viewer question today from Natasha. She said, I'm tired of chasing this man, okay? I'm tired of chasing his ass, okay? So I'm going to cover that question. And I'm going to tell y'all how I deal with these men, okay, honey? Because they want to be chased. They want to be chased, and I don't deal with that shit. I'm too old for it, all right? So get in here right now. Click share on this, okay? And tag a couple single friends out here, baby, okay? Because I'm telling y'all beautiful. Y'all are everything. Y'all somebody's future queen. You somebody's future king, all right? And there is nothing more demoralizing than you call them, they take 5 days to call you back. You text them, you a good texter. But they may text you back today, they may text you back next week. And you know how they act real brand new? Hey you, take your hey you back, shit. Fuck a hey you, where you been, honey? Honey, I'm a quick text, I text you right back. Anyway, I'm in my kitchen today. Cause JC and Renee, they in here putting the house together. So you may see them walk by. If you see them walk by, that's JC and Renee. I said, I don't want to be in their way. We're going to have a big reveal of everything, all right? But let's talk about this. All right, so Natasha wrote in. And Natasha said this. She said, so she met this guy. And I'm going to tell y'all my story, too. She met this guy, right? She likes him, all this good stuff. She said, but she feel like she chasing him. All right, I got too much lotion on my hands. She said she feel like she chasing him. And she said, every time she call him, take 5 of them to call back. Can you relate? If you can relate to that, say, honey, I understand. She say she have a good time with him, then he go ghost. And she says, MJ, what can I do about this? So I don't know what to do. All right? Comment below and tell me what y'all think she should do. And since y'all like my stories, I'm going to share a little quick story with y'all about this guy that I met. Now, honey, I've been around, you know. They say some people been around the block. Baby, I built the block, honey. I was the urban planner. Okay, I'm proud of my past. All right. So there was this gentleman. I met him. He was cute. He was nice. We enjoyed each other's company. Okay. So get this. We exchanged numbers. We, initially he was real cool to talk to. We planned something. We hung out. Enjoy each other's company. Then when I would try to reach out to him in the future, hey, how you doing? How was your day? Let's say I text him, how was your day? Text him at say like, I don't know, 7 p.m., right? At the end of the day, end of your work day. The next day at 2 p.m., my day was good. How was yours? Okay? Let's say I called him. Okay, cool. He might call me back 4 days from then. Okay? It was almost a guarantee that if I called him, he was not going to answer the phone. That was a guarantee. That was an absolute guarantee. Right? So I confronted him on it. I said, hey, are you just not a texter? He said, why you say that? I said, because I text you, you take forever to text back. He said, oh, I be busy. I said, I'm busy too, but I can at least look at my phone. I ain't said it out loud, but that's what I was thinking. I said, okay, well, what is your preferred way of communicating? Like, how do you want to communicate? Because I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? He said, oh, baby, just text me. I promise you. I promise you I'll get back to you. I promise you I will. I'm going to be conscious of that. I said, okay. Okay, cool. Cool. So I text him again. I start texting him some more in the future. Again, he had that same energy, right? Now, mind you, we were not in a relationship at all. Okay, we were just dating, getting to know each other. We were not in a relationship. All right. Rhonda Mitch says he sounds like he was married. Ooh, child. I'm gonna tell y'all a story about that in a minute. I got a story. I didn't mean to tell this one, but this is a good one, honey. Y'all need to click share on this one. And unless I get some shares, I'm not telling my other story about a married man. Okay. I'm giving away the punchline, but I'm gonna tell you about it. After you click share, say share. Type share in here, okay? So anyway, this one that I was talking about, Mr. Go Ghost, I couldn't reach him. He would just be MIA, but then he would do the most annoying shit. He would pop up with that, hey stranger, where you been? If I didn't hit him up. I said, oh, he just like attention. So you know what I did? I went into my phone. I'm on my phone now, so I can't show you another phone. I have another phone around? Maybe I got a phone in my junk drawer. Everybody got a junk drawer. Y'all ignore all the booze back here. This is for when I have parties. I don't drink when I'm at home by myself. I don't. They say, So, I can't find my other phone, but what I did was I went to, this is what you do with a man who you got to chase, but you're not ready to be done with yet, okay? What you do is this. You go to his contacts. You put that thing on mute, right? So don't block him. Ain't no reason to block him. He ain't done nothing wrong. He just is unavailable. So you put him on mute. And that way, when he reaches out to you, you don't see the notification immediately. You got to look in your phone like, oh, so-and-so text me. Oh, what was that, 3 days ago? Now let me get back to him. All right? Because here's the way I'm wired. I'm the kind of guy where if you reach out to me, honey, I text you right back. You know, unless I'm doing something, then I will get back to you later on. But I will get right back to you as soon as I can. Right? So for me, it's best for me just not to see it. All right? Melissa Namaste Hens Robinson says, them bottles is half gone. Because I host events, honey. I host events. She said your shit is half gone. And let me tell you this, we got plenty more booze in here. I got so much liquor in my house. We got champagne and everything like that. I am the ultimate host. I may not have any food, but I've got plenty of booze. Okay? All right? Nafisha Evans says, oops, side chest popping out. Yes, honey, I got my girls out today, honey. And so that's what you do. You put them on mute. You put them on mute so that you don't see his notifications until later. And then here's what you do, okay, honey? And this is what you do, all right? Because he's going to reach out more after you start ignoring that ass, okay? And when he reaches out, don't be patty and be like, oh, well, I just was, you know, when he says, he's like, where you been? Don't be like, oh, well, I'm giving you back the same energy. You don't. See, when you give a man back the same energy he giving to you, you don't tell him that's what you doing, honey. That's amateur stuff, okay? You grown. Here's what you do. This is the trick, all right? I'm gonna share with you the trick on how to make these men chase after you and make them salivate for you, okay? Even the runners who you got to chase. Here's what you do. You have to make yourself seem extremely valuable because you are. You have to make yourself seem extremely unbothered because you should be unbothered. Well, think about it. If you were really as fabulous as we know you are, why would you be concerned with the fact that he didn't reach back out to you? All right? But we humans, so that happens. So here's what you do, right? You got to lay the groundwork for when you're actually hanging out with him. So when you're hanging out with him, make him feel like he's the king. Make him feel like nothing else matters. I mean, treat him so good. I mean, you know, rub on him, touch on him, give him compliments, all that kind of stuff. He needs to feel amazing when he's with you, right? Then, when you're not with him, make him feel just a little bit forgotten. That's what he would do to you. Just a little bit forgotten. You see where I'm going with that? Meaning, when you're not with him, he texts you, don't text back immediately. Don't even put a little heart on the text, okay? If you got a read receipt on your text messages, turn that shit off. He don't need to know you read it, all right? He don't need to know nothing. Leave him in the dark. Okay? And here's what I do. I may read the text message, go, I learned this from one of my good friends. And then I send loving energy to him through it, then I don't respond. Okay? I'm unavailable. What am I unavailable doing? I don't know. Watching The Crown on Netflix? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing something other than fucking texting you back right now, okay? So I need to establish my value. And how valuable am I if I text you back immediately? Some of y'all think y'all chasing these men when the truth of the matter is, no. He's giving you the energy that you should be giving him. He's just establishing his value by not being available all the time. Perhaps you try the same thing. So you don't text him back. That's what I did. I would wait. And then when I would text him back, I would say, hey, love. Hey, handsome. Hey, king, with a heart and a kissy face. Okay? I miss you. How are you? My lips aren't pretty enough. Let me put my lips on. How are you? That's what you do. When he calls, I answer. Hey, love, how are you? Oh my God, it's been so long. I'm so happy to talk to you. Oh my God, really? You're doing good? Okay, all right. Make him feel amazing. All right. Lisa Whitmore says, you forgot to take your wedding band off. The camera inverts it. You know how I know the camera inverts it? This is my right hand. See? Windex is backwards. Right hand. All right? I ain't married, y'all. If I was, we'd have made an announcement, all right? It's been a fucking national holiday that I landed a man, all right? Trust and believe I'm not a bitch to keep things secret, all right? So, just know that. I bought this for me. But yeah, who just said you don't want to seem thirsty? Somebody wrote that in here. Mary Smith says you don't want to seem thirsty. Absolutely not. And so when you do that, they chase after you, honey. There's one who is still chasing me today, honey. Now, the truth of the matter is, I don't contact him back because I have no interest in him, okay? That's just not, I'm not even keeping him on ice. It's just, I'm not interested. But baby, he will reach out to me consistently, all right? Every couple weeks. Hey, how you doing, beautiful? Hey, how you doing? I'm good. I'm great. I wait to text him back. He can't get enough. You know why I do that to him? Because when I was first getting to know him, he made me chase him. So he set that energy, so that's the energy I give back. Now he chased me down. All right? That's how I handles it. Okay? I was going to tell y'all this story. I may wait until another time to tell you this other story that I had. All right? Because I'm a child. I've told this story before. But I'm a child. Y'all asked about a married man. You want to hear about it? Comment below if you want to hear this story. Ain't got nothing to do with chasing a man, but it is a story. Comment below if you want to hear about this story. All right? I need to see some comments. Tawanda Buford. Yes, this is my left hand. All right? This is my right hand. Okay? Honey, you have to make yourself be valuable. Make yourself be valuable. I'm unavailable. I'm sorry, darling. I'm unavailable. I was busy. He been mad. How you been? Where you been, stranger? Why don't you ever call me back? Well, baby, I'm so sorry. But it's a good thing to hear your voice now. How have you been? You look so handsome. I can't wait to see you. How about that? All right? Y'all want to hear this story? I'll tell you this story. P. Baker says she want to hear it. All right. Merlene Isaac says, let them chase. Ain't got time, not pouring out my good energy. I agree with you, baby. Then Nikita, Renee said she watched this for the story. Lisa Whitmore says she loved my stories. Child, let me tell you the story, okay? So, some of y'all may have heard this one before, but I'll tell you it anyway. About a married man who I didn't know was married at the time. Child. There was this man. I remember I was at a birthday party in Georgetown, D.C. I remember I was in Georgetown. And he sat beside me at the party. Sits beside me. So he's sitting beside me at this party. And we started talking. We started exchanging numbers and everything like that. Honey, he was a doctor. A doctor. Honey, I don't want to give away who he is just in case he's watching. But he know he's a piece of shit if he is. But he's a doctor. So we exchanged information. And now, do y'all want the G version or the R-rated version? G. Renee says G. She always wants G. Let's see here. Which one y'all want? All right. When Renee watched my video, she says, I love watching your videos, but I turn off the parts when you're in your Speedos. Renee, they overruling you.
I don't want to see that.
They overruling you.
Well, they can overrule. I don't want to see your jump.
All right, I'm going to tell y'all the story. I'll give y'all PG-13. All right? So, Shar Poole says, was he straight, baby? If he was chasing after me, he wasn't straight. Trust and believe that. All right? Ooh, Lonnie Townsend says, just give it to me X-rated. Just give it to me X-rated. So let me tell you. So we started going out on dates. He would, we would go out on dates. He'd take me to different places and stuff like that. He had money. I was a young gal, working a cute little corporate job, but he was making probably 6, 7, 8 times what I was making, right? And so we were going out, and he lived probably like 50 minutes away from where I lived, right? So we would always go out, you know, I was trying to be a good girl. I didn't have him come over to my house. He didn't have me. I wasn't really at his house, nothing like that. Then one night, he's dropping me back off, and he says to me, he says, can I come upstairs? I said, no, you can't come upstairs. I don't want you in my house just yet. He says, well, I want to continue to spend the evening with you. I said, well, you can't come upstairs. He says, okay, I have an idea then. And I said, I don't want to go to your house either. He says, that's cool. We get in the car, we drive. And next thing you know, we pull up at the Four Seasons. I'm like, the Four Seasons, honey. All right, I said, why are we at the Four Seasons Hotel? Why are we at the Four Seasons? He said, well, you said I couldn't go in your house. You ain't coming to my house. So why don't we go here? Now, he think he slick, taking me to a 5-star hotel, thinking that was going to get me to open my legs. Like it did. It did. So, we go over there, right? Go up to the room, right? Now, I should have been tipped off in my mind how they knew him at the desk. I mean, it's like he had, like, he was a familiar face. But I think, he's rich. He got money. So we going up there, had a very nice evening together. Now, y'all asked for the full version, so I'm going to tell you this. Baby, that was the freakiest man I ever met in my life. All right? It was like, this man literally lick you from head to toe. From head to damn toe. You hear what I'm saying? He didn't hold back on nothing, okay? He was like borderline nasty. You see what I'm saying? But in a good way. In a good way. Like, he doing stuff, you're like, whoa, whoa, hold on. Like, he just was doing the most. I was just like, my God. And I asked myself, I said, I had to stop him at one point. I said, hold on, baby. I said, when was the last time you got some good? He's like, I got a lot pinned up, baby. I said, oh. And he just was going to town, okay? Woke me up in the middle of the night, even to get some more, okay? He just, oh my Lord. What's her name? Tamika Goldsmith says she's clenching her pearls, baby. I had to clench my wig down. I had to hold it down. If I didn't, it's going to be another side of the room messing with this one. So anyway, we started going out more and more, enjoying each other. He invites me, out to, one night we're out again, and he says, hey, how about we go back to our spot? I'm like, well, at this point, you can come upstairs. He's like, nah, let's just go over to our spot. That's what he referred to the Four Seasons as, our spot. So that kind of became our thing, going over there. And so I said to him at one point in time, I said, I would love to actually visit your home at some point in time. He's like, yeah, eventually. He's like, but it's so far out. Okay. And as we're, you start having sex with somebody a lot, you spend time with them a lot. For me, that's when I pick up on calling you more. I don't be calling you a lot in the beginning. I call you more as we start getting closer. And I noticed when I would call him sometimes in the evenings, he wouldn't answer. I didn't think nothing of it because he's a doctor. He worked a lot of different hours. So I confronted him one time. I was like, hey, when I call you in the evening, you don't ever seem to answer your phone. He says to me, he says, I know, I be on different shifts, different rotations. I don't know what they call these things, okay? And I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. Well, as time went forward, I noticed he always had an excuse for why I couldn't go visit his house. I noticed that. But see, here's how I got around that one time. I didn't go visit the house, but I talked to him about this, okay? So here's what happened. One day, it was a big snowstorm. This is back in D.C., a big old snowstorm, all right? And I reached out, I called him up, because nobody can go nowhere during these snowstorms. I figured he got to be home now. So I called him up in the middle of the day, during the snowstorm, right? Everybody's staying home from work. He doesn't answer the phone immediately. He calls me back, and I'm like, are you outside? He's like, yeah, I went outside to shovel, so I called you from outside. I knew that was something. I'm like, you never answer your phone while you're physically in your house? That didn't make sense to me. It made no sense whatsoever. So I remember I called my mother up. I was like, Ma, something don't sound right about this guy. And she's like, why? I was like, because he don't never answer the phone. Then I told the whole scenario. She said, baby. That's what she said. She said he's married. She said, he married, honey. I was like, no, he not. He just a doctor. He worked different shifts. And she just laughed. She said, baby, thank God you're pretty because you ain't real smart right now. Okay, he married. I said, no, you think so? She said, yeah. So I confronted him. I said, are you with somebody? He said, no, I'm not. Never heard from him after that. He just went ghost. Fell off the face of the earth after that, right? Well, a couple years passed. And I was at an event. And I met this guy, right? And so we decided, so this guy, another guy asked me on a date. I was like, yeah, let's go on a little date. Let's go on a date, right? We go on this date. I remember we went right on U Street. It was a little Mexican restaurant that used to be right at 14th and U. It still may be there, actually. I forget the name of it, though. A little Mexican restaurant. If you know it, if you're in DC, type the name of it, all right? 14th and U. I forget the name. Valero. That was in Valero's. We went there. And we're sitting there. And the guy who he invited me out, that invited me out, we're sitting there. And I just remember he had this real negative Nancy kind of energy. No matter what I talked about, he was so negative and just so, just so negative. And I was like, I finally said to him, I was like, why did you invite me on a date if you're just so negative about everything? He's like, oh, I didn't realize I was being negative. So I went from MJ on a date to MJ as life coach, let me heal your life. And I was like, what's going on with you? Like, what's going on in your life right now? You just have such a negative outlook. He says, well, in all honesty, I just ended a 6-7 year relationship. I said, I'm so sorry to hear that. And I said, I guess, am I your rebound? He said, I'm not trying to say you my rebound. He's like, but I just felt like I need to kind of start going on dates again. And, I met you, and he's like, I'm barely like a month or two out of this whole thing. And he's like, I just have a really negative outlook. I was like, just from a breakup? I mean, I understand a breakup's hurt, but I mean, it ruined your outlook on life? Like, come on. He's like, well, no, the guy was just a horrible cheater. I was like, oh, honey, I've been there. And he says, yeah, he's a horrible, horrible, horrible cheater. And I said, well, let me ask you this. How did you know that he was cheating on you? He said, I mean, the evidence was everywhere. I said, really? He's like, yeah. He said, yeah, I just moved out of our house together. I said, oh, where was your house? He said, the neighborhood. I said, oh, okay. It kind of just hit me. Oh, I've heard. I said, I think I knew someone who lived in that neighborhood years ago. He's like, yeah. And he just kept on talking. I'm not connecting no dots here. And so I said, oh. And he says, yeah, he says, my ex could get away with cheating a lot because of the fact that he was a doctor and he always claimed that his schedule had him in different places. I said, your ex was a doctor and lived where now? He said, in so-and-so neighborhood. I said, how old was your ex? He told me the age. I started counting backwards. And I said, what would you say if I told you that I was one of the other people he was cheating with? He said, huh? I said, what would you say? He said, well, it wouldn't surprise me because you look like it's tight. I said, honey, your ex was cheating on you with me at one point in time. He said, what? Child, we commenced to having a fabulous conversation at that point in time, trading stories about this man. Right? I said, I gotta ask you a question. He said, what? I said, was y'all having sex at all? He said, why would you ask that? I said, because every time he was with me, it seemed like he wasn't getting none at home. He said, child, I fell out of love with him. How could you have sex with somebody that you knew was hurting you? I said, so you knew he was cheating on you back then? He said, yeah, I just didn't have the strength to leave him. I said, okay, I get it. But long story short, that's what the man was doing. I was the other person. And I had no idea. But what I am happy about is the fact that I listened to my instincts. Well, I listened to my instincts after listening to my mama tell me it. And I finally got away. Because here's the thing that a lot of people do. Y'all know somebody's operating foul. Some people make you chase them and they're unavailable because they're busy, because they don't want to come on, because they don't want to seem too available. Yeah. But some people literally are real touch and go. You can't reach them because they hoes. Okay? They trying to mix you into the schedule with everybody else. See where I'm going with that? They married. They got a man. Y'all know good and goddamn well if you can't reach him, if the only time a man texts you is when he's at work rather than when he's at home, that's a sign that he got somebody at home. Y'all know good and goddamn well, you know, the signs of when somebody is with somebody else. And some of y'all be ignoring that. So I want to make a distinction. Sometimes people are real hedgy about their communications, yeah, for healthy reasons. They're trying to pace themselves, all right? And you need to pace yourself and hold your value too. But some people, they doing it because they operating foul. Let me see these questions here. I want to see these questions here, all right? I had another question that came in. I figured I'll just go ahead and cover it today while I'm on the phone. Actually, I may cover it later. It's good enough to be a standalone. Actually, I'll cover it here. I'm looking here. I'm just reading y'all. I'm just reading your comments. Yep. Yasmin says, Mama knows best. Adrian Blunt says, love you, MJ, darling. I love you too. All right. Molokai says, would love to meet you one day. I love your energy. Air Force veteran. And we thank you for your service, my dear. I'd love to meet you too. All right. So I got another question that came in. All right. This is from a young woman. I'm not even going to pull it up because I don't remember her name. But what she said was this. She said, she says, basically she's dating now. I guess she has some time not dating. You know, let me try to pull it up. All right. Let me just pull it up because I'd rather get her question right. But basically it's a question about online dating. Comment below and let me know your opinions about online dating, okay? How you feel about Tinder? How you feel about all this online dating stuff, okay? Because she wrote this question in, and we're going to talk about her question right now. Let me pull it up, all right? So comment below and let me know your opinions on online dating, okay? Personally, for me, I say do you. You know, I think it's a viable way to meet people. Honey, I don't know my password. What's my password to get up in this thing? Hold on. Child, I'm trying to get it. I don't want to type the wrong thing. Oh, you know why? Why I can't do it? I got caps on. Hold on. Child, it's about to lock me out if I do it wrong one last time. Child, too many attempts. I got to try back later. Child, I don't know my damn password. All right, so let's talk about online dating. I was trying to log into my message inbox, okay? So long story short, she said that she's online dating. How y'all feel about online dating, JC and Renee?
They're all serial killers.
Huh?
They're all serial killers.
You think they're all serial killers?
When I did it once, I got the crazies. They only read one part of the bio. They all latched onto one word in my bio and they forgot the rest of the bio.
What word did they latch onto?
Well,
come over here. Come over here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So this is Renee. She's getting the house ready
Hey,
for.
I look nasty. wait, let me make myself look cute. No, I'm on national television. There we go.
Okay, you look good.
There we go. Okay,
There's the infamous hair. So we're talking about. So what's the?
Okay, I'm gonna date myself.
Go ahead.
Because back in my day, before the internet, and yes, I was alive before the internet. We used to do personal ads.
Yeah.
And I had you met in a certain place and it was fine, and I had two buddies, but then I met a guy that I was in a relationship for quite some time actually, and that was great.
Yeah.
Fast forward to the future, online dating. I've tried two different sites, and I put in there, I like football, I like sports, I like music, I like the arts, but I put in there, I love Jesus.
Okay.
And because I want you to know up front, I'm a Christian, I love Jesus. I think I even said in there, and I love the Lord. I think that's all I said. Well, do you think that the football loving, music loving, theater loving, arts loving person responded to my ad? Honey, I was looking good. I didn't look like this. I put a
You look great.
profile picture.
Yeah, you look great.
I'm singing, full beat. I'm looking fine. You wish you were out with me, right? And I got all these crazy, almost real, charismatic, fanatical Christian men, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. This is not a criticism.
It's hard to be in a relationship.
But they're all saying, well, what's your favorite hymn? My favorite football team is the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? But,
yeah.
I like Amazing Grace. Okay, and move on. And then goes, well, what church do you go?
They focused on that one thing.
They focused on the one thing. Now, I love the fact that you love the Lord, but we can have that conversation later. But tell me what else you're interested in.
Yeah, like what's your other interest?
So I have ex-nayed the online dating A.
I get that. I have too.
Because I just... Men aren't that right. Present company excluded.
Now, JC said you think it's all serial killers.
They're all serial killers.
Why do
They're
you
all
say
serial
that?
killers.
That's just my, because I hear too many horror stories. I know there's great stories too.
Yeah.
There's great stories, people get married.
And yeah, I know people that have just
But you
have long, beautiful, wonderful lives and
I
children
have friends
and
who've been
everything.
together almost 20 years. They met in the very beginning days of
You have
online
to
dating.
sift through all the shit before
Yeah.
you can find that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If I'm going to sift, I can sift in the grocery store.
Well, this one wrote in. She wrote in. And she says she's
I want
online
you
dating.
go back to your little laugh thing. It's lovely meeting all of you.
So she's online dating. Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome.
And so she's online dating, and she says,
So I get paid for my guest appearance. I'm sorry.
talk to the management office. They need to get your information, honey. They need to get your information. She's union, honey. I can't afford her. But so she's online dating for the first time, right? And not Renee, but the person who wrote in. And essentially she's like, listen, we're doing all this talking, all this, jibber jabber and all this doing all that. And she's like, at what point do we actually meet in person? And all like that. So it's like, so what's the rules around online dating? When should you actually meet them in person? Katrina French says your hair looks gorgeous, Renee. And so here's my thought about it. When you meet somebody online, just like Renee's upfront about saying she's a Christian, I'm upfront about saying I don't want no damn pen pals. I don't meet nobody online no more. I can't do that. But back when I used to do that, this is my thing. I would say, I'm all about that, okay? Now, people dropping my DMs too. Now, I don't respond I can't do all that responding, but if I go through your profile and you looking like you something cute, and all that goodness, then I might, so I guess that's my version of online dating, right? But anyway, I let folks know pretty early on, hey, oh, wow, we living in the same city. Oh, fabulous, wow. We'd love to connect in person to get to know each other. I think that texting is cool. I think that calls are cool and everything, that you need to do that just to establish a rapport, I think, but I'm not gonna be your pen pal. I'm too old for that, all right? I need to see you in person. I need to see your reactions. I need to actually see you, all right? People can put together great photos, honey. I was talking to Renee earlier. I said, Lord, I done seen so many retouched photos of myself that sometimes I think I actually look like that, all right? Let me tell you, we in Hollywood, honey, you can make yourself look like a whole lot of different things, And so I need to see who you are in person. I need to see your reactions. I need to see all of that, all right? That's just me, all right? So I want to hear y'all's opinions on online dating, okay? Renee, Tawana Hunter says, she looks like that lady from the Haves and Have-Nots. Have you ever gotten that before, Renee? Have you ever gotten that before? You hear that all the time. I think you may have a liking to her. I think there may be some similarities there.
Small similarities. I hear it every day. Tells me that for
She says Tyler Perry tells it every day. That's so funny. You kind of favor her. Okay, that is her, y'all. So Renee, in addition to being an amazing, award-winning Broadway actress, she's an amazing singer. She is a dynamic actress, and she's also an amazing over-the-top decorator, okay? So she's in the process, her and JC are decorating my home for Christmas, and we're going to do the reveal later, so that's why I'm in here, so y'all can see what they're doing over there, okay? So she's wonderful, wonderful, and I have the pleasure of calling her my friend, too. She's one of the most wonderful people you will ever meet. I ain't your friend? Well, you don't forget you then! Forget you! Shit! Indy Gohar says online dating is a no-go and it's creepy. But here's the thing y'all gotta think about with online dating. You gotta think about it. JC's nodding head like, yeah. Why do you think it's only serial killers on there?
I'm just afraid I've heard too many. I'm just afraid. Everybody lies. I don't care. It's a negative side of me.
I get it.
Positive side of me. You find that one true love and that love of your life.
You know why I like the idea of online dating? I like the idea of it because at the very least, you can talk to them, you can vet them, it's less pressure. If we ain't feeling each other, we just stop the conversation. I can see a little information, go search, go Google, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I can do a real quick background check that I can't do if I meet you at the Wegmans. So that's my thought about it.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to it.
There are pros and cons.
Definitely pros and cons.
There are pros and cons.
I don't have time to sit through all the bullshit.
You don't want to sit through all the bullshit. She's like, I'm good. I'm good.
That's for young people. Ain't got nothing to do.
But they know they have dating sites. They have Our Time for I'll call the seasoned dater. All right, Our Time, pay me some damn money for this plug. Okay, they have different ones out here. People be meeting online, and I read this study that they said STD rates among people over 50, among seniors, is going up because this online dating stuff. How people out here getting it in, Netflix and chill, honey. That's what they doing, honey. That's what it is. Anyway, y'all, keep on commenting keep on commenting. Patricia Brown says you look gorgeous too, Renee.
Thank you, baby.
They love it. She says, thank you, baby. All right, y'all. But I say do what you do, however you date. Just do it safely. Be honest about what you're looking for, baby, and know that you are fabulous and don't settle for nothing less than what you are worth. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go. Love you to death. Ooh, no, Lakeisha Briscoe says too much catfishing online. Well, you know how you get around that. Don't meet nobody in person till you do a FaceTime with them. Or if you don't have FaceTime like an iPhone, then have them do a video call to you on Facebook. Facebook has a video call feature. You need to do a video call with them. You never meet somebody online until you do a video call with them first. You hear me when I say this, okay? Listen when I tell y'all this. Y'all better quit playing. All right? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all.